Well,
We're not live.
I'm,
Well, we are now.
we're
Now we're
here.
live.
I'm not alive.
Are we really here, though? Is anybody really here? This is where we
I
ask
actually
the
need to
hard
turn the
life questions, right?
I know,
Sorry.
right?
Wrong podcast.
He very well could just be a mass hallucination.
Of some child in a far off galaxy, which is merely a story filling out. We're NPCs. I wonder who the MC
I know
is.
I am. Bro, we both work in retail. We are NPCs.
I know we are nothing but
max.
NPCs. We are literally, our job is to stand and ask questions or, give quests in a way. Good job.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Read This Way. Episode 87.
I know. Can you believe that?
We're getting there.
87 weeks plus a year hiatus.
Was a little hiatus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was so much going on.
We had a lot going on. And more to come, right?
I mean, I feel like I've just gotten used to it, not gotten on top of it.
Yeah, this year is just flying through too. Like, we're in the fourth month? Yeah.
So this is going to be our April Fool's episode, so you can determine what's real and what's not.
We're both fools.
Nah, I'm just kidding. It's all going to be real. Except fair warning, the latter probably half of this episode is going to be Chainsaw Man related.
There's going to be a bit of discussion
up until the latest chapter that launched today. So
yeah. So if you're not up to date, what's wrong with you?
We will also give you another warning when we're about to jump into that, so you can mute us and leave us on in the background because I want that watch time.
Get that juicy algorithm going.
Yeah, we've actually got some cool news, some not so great news for some fans of the manga. But now you can be smug and tell people to go read it instead.
Or I've got words to have about that first.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wait, are we talking about?
I think so.
The beginning after the end.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
I haven't fully watched the full episode myself yet. I've only watched a bit, and I'm like, oh yeah.
I mean, I've seen worse. Is the thing? Is all I'm saying.
Okay. We'll get there. That'll be okay. Why am I teasing you? We're just going to jump straight into it. So let's go at the beginning after the end.
The beginning after the end.
What do you know about it?
Next to nothing.
Because I've never heard about it until today.
No, the cover looks really cool. Like the artwork. It looks like it should hold up, but it's from what we've seen so far, this is, I don't know, because I haven't read anything, and it is skipping manga, by the way. It's going straight from light novel to anime. There's no manga in between on this bad boy.
I think there is, isn't there?
No.
Hang on.
Oh, maybe it's a webtoon.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Oh, I didn't read that correctly. Yeah, it's a webtoon.
Thank you. I thought I was going crazy for a second and I'd slipped into the alternate timeline.
That explains a lot. That really does explain a lot. I have a big fear that's happening right now, and it's all Solo Leveling's fault.
Okay, go on.
It looks like they're going to start hitting the webtoon for mining. They're going to start mining everything they can from webtoon.
They've been doing that for ages.
Have they?
Yeah, the God of High School. The other ones, the Tower one.
And who
The
funded those?
other shit. What was it?
Who
The
produced
other one.
those? Who produced?
Crunchyroll.
Yeah. So when has Sony ever done anything good besides the
Yeah.
PlayStation?
And even that is
Yeah, even
arguable
that
because
in recent years is definitely fallen from grace a bit. But I'm just saying that they're not exactly top notch at producing good quality material. And I will tell you right now, like the God of High School, it lacked compared to the webtoon, because this sucker read all of the webtoon on God of High School because it was cool. Had some cool action, had goofy characters, had a somewhat deep-seated plot. But the anime did not capture any of that. So
Power of God, that was the one that
yeah,
I was
Tower of
thinking
God's
of.
the other one, which is still running. They're still
And
pushing.
Noblesse, which I heard
Everybody forgot about.
wasn't good. Wait,
Yeah, look, it's a big
Lookism?
title.
I didn't know that
Lookism
Lookism got.
is yeah. You got an
Oh,
adaptation.
is it any good?
I'm look, man, I am not loving a lot of webtoon stuff. It goes so heavily into wish fulfillment. Like almost
Yeah,
every freaking title is wish fulfillment, and that's just not my jam.
which
I'm,
makes me
I'm not
think that
down.
they're very depressed.
I feel like on a social level, their standards are so high that it's so easy to pick on the weak
Yeah,
or someone that's just normal. Like a stock standard normal person can be picked on because they're not, higher percentage in some regard. As it is with most heavily populated areas, if you're not the absolute best at something, you're nobody. So
I did notice with a lot of K dramas when a partner got really into them that nearly like a vast majority of main characters are either CEOs of a company in their 20s or their love interest is a CEO in their 20s.
yeah, there really isn't like a lot of leeway, and I get it, right? I understand it's fantasy. People want to read fantasy. They want to watch fantasy. They don't want to see realism. They want to see these people, in these ridiculous circumstances. I've just
Fulfilling
seen
when they
enough of it.
don't. Yeah,
I've just seen
yeah.
it is all it is, and that's just me and my personal opinion. It doesn't mean much more than that. So I know it's
Like
a
another pretty big wish fulfilling thing that I know you did vibe with was Eminence in Shadow.
but that
But it
was
leans heavy into the parody side as well. So I think it needs to have a particular mix for you, otherwise it just doesn't work.
yeah, like like Eminence in Shadow is wish fulfillment, but it's got that really fun undertone where the MC knows he's got power, but he doesn't know how to use it,
He's a dumbass,
with
to
the
be
exception
honest.
of being overly dramatic about things and super edgy, and that's what made that series so much fun. It was different.
I'm gonna
You
bring us
can
back
do
to
yeah,
this.
sorry. Yeah, sorry. Let's go back to that, right?
So the beginning after the end is actually an American web novel that was then illustrated and serialized on Tapas, and then onto Webtoon. I think was how it's had its finger in both platforms. And I mean, Tapas and Webtoon are practically the same
Huh.
thing.
Illustrated by an Indonesian artist.
Yeah,
Nice.
so it is. It falls more under manhwa than it does manga, even then, it's not.
When it's
It's
really
not.
technically neither.
Yeah.
This
It's
is a
it's
melting pot. This one.
solely considered manhwa because of its association with its platform.
Yeah. Yeah. So we've got an American writer, an Indonesian artist, produced on a Korean platform, which is heavily influenced by a Japanese novel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we got. I love the world sometimes.
From what I know, people have compared this to Mushoku Tensei. Before the first episode launched, they were expecting it to be the Mushoku Tensei rival / killer, because it does all the things that Mushoku Tensei does really well, but without having a degenerate protag.
Okay.
That's the general gist that I have gotten from it.
That key visual looks really cool.
The only thing that bothers me about his design is that his head is so big.
That's typical of webtoon.
Is really weird. I don't know why
they look like bobbleheads.
Irks me so much. Yeah, he looks like a bobblehead.
It doesn't help.
But yeah, I'm actually.
I mean, I know he's a child figure, but he's got that sort of bobblehead kind of figure to him. So he's meant to look cute.
Yeah, it's like over. I don't know. Anyway, moving along. I've been actually trying to find it for the last hour to give it a bit of a read, and I was going to do like a side by side, but I couldn't find it.
You couldn't find it on Webtoon?
I didn't know it was on Webtoon for a bit.
Ah, okay. So you didn't look to see where to find it first, and so you just cool. Okay.
Yeah.
That
was a bit stupid. Yeah,
that's right. Sometimes that happens.
I was also in like I'll talk about that in a bit, but I got more Snowball Earth, so I've been binging that as well. That.
Yeah. I admit that I've only watched like the first 5 minutes of this show. It's
not animated great, is the big issue.
Look, I think how do we set our standards
we're all getting a bit
days?
Yeah.
I think we are getting the idea that great animation is great visual effects. And this is the same thing that happened in film, right? As soon as CG came in and they started using it, everybody's like, "Oh man, this is the future. This is the road to getting, the things that we want." But like any other technique or function that they have, it's a tool used to, accentuate or add to a property. So I think that a lot of people associate big flashy action scenes with lots of special effects as the benchmark for great animation.
So people have been comparing the first episode to Blue Lock Season 2. That it's basically PNGs and PowerPoint presentation. I don't know at what point it gets that bad.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how bad it actually gets. I'm just looking back at the studio to see what else they may have done that could have been terrible. Somehow I got stronger when I improved my farm-related skills. Did we watch that?
No.
Was that the farming one in another world kind of deal? And
it could be, but like that could be the title of 3 different isekais.
Yeah, I know. I'm pretty sure there was like 6 farming isekais that came out at the same time, so it's really hard to say. Look, their resume is not exciting. Like, I haven't heard of the vast majority of everything that's happened here. And they started, the first thing they did was Transformers Energon, which looks horrendous. Yeah, that looks pretty bad. Oh, they did some Frame Arms Girl stuff. Are you familiar with Frame Arms Girls?
No.
They're the little Gundam style kit systems you can get. So you can buy these little plastic kit models that you put together called Frame Girls, and they come with a base model, and then you add like armor and guns and stuff onto them.
All right.
It's fun collecty stuff. They're not bad. They're a good bit of generally innocent fun. There's some stuff that's not so innocent out there, but they must have done some work on that as well. But so the company is called Studio A-Cat, A-Cat. Never heard of them. They're relatively new. 2004, 19 years. That's not new. Sorry.
Yeah, but the 2004 stuff was for Robot Masters, 2 episodes, and then there's nothing in between that. And
oh yeah, sorry. There's like
is frame arms stuff.
Is like 13 years in between. Wow. Unless they just did like Transformers there. For like 51
maybe.
episodes. They did 51 episodes of Transformers.
Oh, so they
okay.
Also had
maybe this is just them stretching their legs and testing the water and seeing what they're capable of doing and what they can get away with.
We'll definitely be keeping an eye on it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think people are going to be really hard on it. It's going to be classified as the new anime to hang on and give trouble to. And I imagine there'll be a few memes floating around after this episode. But I'm hoping the story is good.
As soon as he grows up, the bobblehead thing kind of goes away anyway.
I don't know. I want to see him kicking some ass as a tiny dude. I want to see him taking down entire armies as a 10-year-old. That's what I want to see. It's been a little while since I've seen that sort of action. I think the last thing I saw that did something like that was one of your favorites, Vinland Saga. He was pretty young when he started taking people out.
Yeah.
Which made it a lot more exciting, I thought. You know, kid taking on full-grown adults. Gives it a dimension of excitement.
That was probably the...
yeah, there's a little bit of violence in there. Just a smidge.
It swings.
Yeah, that's a bizarre one. I wonder how it's actually done on its sales and response to the season. So yeah, look, I might actually, I'm going to give this a read as well. Probably about 10 chapters. If it grabs me by the short and curlies, I will continue to read it. But I mean, it must have something to it if they're making an anime out of it, and it's popular enough.
Oh yeah, I've heard really good things about the manga or manhwa.
Yeah, or the comic book series.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. I think we are too hard on these groups sometimes, and we all expect everything to be a Lazarus, which is just not going to happen.
Ooh.
Sorry, segue.
I'm purposely keeping myself very closed off for it. I don't want to get too hype, but it's got a very big star-studded cast behind it, and it looks really nice.
Yeah, both on the animation team and in the VA department, I'm assuming. I wonder who they've got for the English cast. As I do like to watch things in English just to annoy people, unless I catch up to it and I can't watch it in anything else but sub.
I don't think. Oh no, the sub dub is still probably going.
Yeah, people are still on about it, but I don't care. I think it's easing off a lot more as English VA is taken a lot more seriously than it used to be. And I'm
Um,
glad that it hasn't been dominated by big giant names from the industry, because I don't really need some screen actor getting on there and doing some voice acting work, unless it's for a Studio Ghibli, which kind of makes sense because they're so cinematic.
it always boggles my mind that Christian Bale is he's Hal, isn't he?
Yeah.
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 It's just, and then like he's Batman. Yeah. Anyway, and then I
He's
remember
Batman.
the meltdown that leaked back in the day of him calling people unprofessional, and then I like put that over with Hal in my head. I'm like, it doesn't. They don't. Anyway.
Every actor has gone through that. Doesn't matter how nice they look.
But
no
he was real
doubt
big.
at some point. Yeah, they all are. They're always big when they start getting taken down a few notches. Ooh, tasty.
So Dan to Dan has reached 10 million copies in circulation with 19 volumes now. We don't have this one yet.
Purple hair.
Oh, that cover is pretty. Yeah, I never thought he had purple hair.
No,
and, like,
I always
teal
assumed it
eyes.
was white. But,
Yeah.
you know, you just don't know. I mean, it's a black and white comic. How are you meant to know? As soon as they're empty space, I'm just like, that person has white hair.
Yeah, would it?
Yeah.
Oh, Kaiju number 8 did that for me last week. And I was just
yeah. Oh, wait a minute. They're blonde?
No.
What?
I still remember the first one that really got me hard was freezing.
Did you
that
read
really
Freezing?
got me was,
okay. Sorry. I didn't get that for a second. Wow.
yeah. As soon as it left my lips, I was like, Yamada-kun and the Seven Witches, because I was reading it on Crunchyroll and they just never really showed much other than its little cover thing, which was just the main girl, or any of the other girls really. So when the main character dropped in the anime and he had like navy blue hair, I was like it was like this color.
Wait,
it was weird.
What? Navy blue?
Yeah.
Nah. Not
You ready?
Show, you got a manga shot? Give me a manga shot. And I'll tell you whether that looks navy blue or not. They've gone in there with some hard tone to illustrate some navy hair. Oh, it's always a weird translation when you start seeing characters for the first time in color. You're just like, that doesn't look right.
Oh. So yeah, they always Grady like did his hair like this.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah.
I see. So he's just got MC hair.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
But like, and all the girls are color coded essentially.
Of course. Of course. Why does the one with glasses always have green hair? I want to know how they decided on this color coding system, because it is interesting. You watch any of these harem style environments and their hair literally color codes their personalities.
Wow, that goes back when? Wow.
It's been a while.
Okay. Yeah.
That's okay. But you might not have read it initially when it sort of...
No, I was.
Oh, you were?
Okay.
Yeah. Really? Because, you know, I had a very similar scenario where I was like, you know how I've been reading Tenju Tenge, right?
Yeah.
I got up to a point in the comic where I was like, like I thought that was the end. Like, was I reading that week to week when it came out? Or I just caught up and I'm now sort of well and truly along, and I'm like, geez, I must have been really up to date, which means I was reading that back in 1998.
Wow.
Yeah.
How?
I will tell you how. I was downloading fan translated
PNGs.
scans through an IRC channel.
Wow, how we had to do it back in the day, huh?
It wasn't even through a web browser. I had a specialized piece of software that tuned into or logged into an IRC chat relay, and I could download the files from there. And it took me 15 minutes per chapter to download. Yeah.
See, even volume 2 cover, he doesn't really look like he's got blue hair until
Not
we hit
dark.
like volume 11.
Yeah.
But also, so this went from 2012 to 2017, and I know we've jumped down a massive rabbit hole, but this is one of my favorite harem series, even though it doesn't. It kind of does have harem vibes, but you know that he's gonna get with the main girl from the very beginning. Like, there's no other options.
Yeah. Well, that's standard, right? It's just normal activity.
Full 28 volumes though, so like it went for a good whack.
Yeah.
Be quiet.
Yeah, it did indeed. I'm guessing there was some action involved.
Yeah. And I mean, magic as well because of what it's titled.
Yeah.
But yeah, it ended in 2017, so nearly 10 years ago.
Nice.
Which I didn't think it was that old already.
Doesn't take long. You turn your back for a minute, and that's it.
Legit.
It's 10 years gone. 10 years gone. See you later. It's very silly.
Sakamoto Days also reached 9 million copies in circulation with 21 volumes. So it's a little bit behind Dan to Dan. But I mean,
yeah, that's kind of understandable. I think Dan to Dan crossed some generations. Like,
yeah,
where Sakamoto sort of really hits in the goofy action vibe area, Dan to Dan crosses so many genres and has such original characters that it just stands out on a broader stroke than Sakamoto does. I mean, Sakamoto's doing really good considering its story and plot and characters and all that sort of stuff. So I think it holds up really well.
Agreed. Just trying to find my next story.
He's not prepared, everyone. Judge him.
Too many goddamn tabs.
And whose fault is that?
ADHD?
Yeah. Awareness Day.
Is it?
It is.
Huh.
Yeah. Oh, no, autism. Sorry. I mean, same thing.
There's a lot of overlap, but they're not.
And there's a lot of overlap. Let's face it.
Blue Box Season 2 has officially been announced to be in production.
Okay.
So, you know, an announcement of an announcement, essentially.
I enjoyed the first part of that. I reckon I watched a solid 10 episodes of it. I didn't bother giving it a read. Like I gave it my usual 1, 2, or 3 chapter read. The anime is nice. It's just nice.
Cool. It's like wholesome.
Yeah, wholesome, nice. Nothing super special, nothing super different. Just general, wholesome, nice. Yeah.
Good little whack of dopamine.
Yeah, I do want to discuss another wholesome nice that I experienced this week.
Shoot, do it now.
Do it now. So
do it now.
I watched. I left my A rank team to dungeon dive with my students. I think that's the name of it. That's pretty darn close. It's really close to the title.
Okay.
So it's basically a support character who gets abused by his A-level team members. So he decides to crack it and leave them. Them not realizing that he basically managed all of their stock, organized all their plans, supported them with magic.
Yeah, I haven't watched it myself, but I know which one you're talking about.
And so he was just like chilling, looking for things to do, taking little quests and stuff. And he runs into some old students that he had taught how to get into the adventuring business and stuff like that. And they're like, "Oh, we'll just come and join our team. You can dungeon dive with us." And he's like, "Oh yeah, well that sounds kind of fun actually, just relaxing and taking it easy with a small crowd of people." And when I say small crowd, it's 3 girls. So he joins them and they start a group called Clover. Now it's got this really cool idea. There's social media. It's basically YouTube, right?
Yeah.
They use these little magical cameras that follow them while they're going through adventuring through the dungeons, and they record their fights and stuff like that. And it shows the fights up on TVs and people give them thumbs up and all that sort of stuff. So it's kind of fun in that respect.
Yeah.
And it also adds to their like notoriety quite heavily and quite quickly as they completely destroy monsters on their way down. It's super duper wholesome fun. It's not edgy. It's not trying to be anything different. It's pretty predictable up until the more recent episodes,
Yeah.
where shit got really dark really quick. Basically, they end up going into this dungeon that he'd been dreaming of going to. It's the one that he'd been wanting to go to forever. His, I think it's his uncle, was a part of the party that were the last ones to go in there, and then they sealed the dungeon off.
Right. Okay.
And he documented all this stuff for it. So they go in there, and the A team that he was a part of had gone in there as well, and they give him all this trouble. And they say, "Oh, the captain of that team, of the A team, is the atypical narcissistic asshole that you'd normally get, but he's like dialed up to 10. He's the most horrendous person you'll ever experience on screen. Like, it's just, I want to reach through the screen and actually strangle this guy. He's terrible, terrible person." And he gets a really, really horrible demise in the end. I don't want to like mark it up too much because it's a really cool moment and relatively edgy moment in the series so far. So how he goes down is phenomenal, but the MC does it in such like a cold-hearted way. And when everything's going down, he just turns his back and he's just like, "Oh, let's go. I've had enough of this." And how he leaves him. Oh, it's fantastic. So jump on, give it a watch, because it's just straight up enjoyable. A lot more so than I was expecting, I think. Animation's not spectacular, but not bad. So it's pretty stock standard stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
My next little bit of news. So do you remember We Never Learn? The shonen series did relatively all right. Finished back in 2020. 21 volumes. Like, it was in Shonen Jump. It was about a honor student tutoring girls in his class. It was like a rom-com.
Oh, okay. So I didn't read it, but I remember watching it.
Yeah.
Part of it. I remember watching part of it. Sorry.
So I've got some like joint news here. That was when you were finishing up talking about the previous anime. I was like, ooh. So he is doing a new special chapter releasing on April 4th on Jump Plus. That was the first bit of news. However, he's now working on a new series called Sidcraft Love is a Mystery. And I was going to bring back the little segment where we showed off the covers that we gain access to through the leak site that we use.
I saw that
this
cover.
one is the first volume of Sidcraft, Love and Mystery. Love is a Mystery, the newest manga from. Dang it! Where did his name go?
Right. Okay. So is
Taishi.
it? Sorry. Yeah.
What were you
Go on,
gonna say?
I want to hear you say that name first.
Susui.
Susui? Good
Yeah.
work. Good work.
Taishi Susui.
I gave you too much time.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna ask if it's a writer artist combo or whether it's a solo. It's a solo.
It's a solo.
Yep.
I don't know where it's being published though. That's the only thing.
What do you mean? Oh, whether we're getting it here or not.
Yeah.
Considering the popularity of the previous series, I would say that Viz will do a release.
Oh yeah, no, it's is it part of this weekly lineup? And
yeah,
we've goofed.
on chapter 18.
I've goofed. Yeah.
Oh, you've cooped.
I've goofed. I missed this one completely.
Oh, cool. Okay. I just looked at it and it said 18 chapters, and I'm like, yeah, that's two
Yeah.
tongues. That's 2 tongues. So we are they? Is someone picked it up, or is it?
Yeah, it's on
Yeah.
Shonen Jump's lineup.
Yeah, weekly lineup. Yeah.
It also says Jump Comics right there on the bottom.
It does. It does. Yeah.
Just gonna remove myself. Good.
Yeah. Okay. So connection.
Yeah.
That's yeah. So if you enjoyed the previous series, this is a new series, which appears to be a very mystery romance kind of Sherlock Holmesy kind of thing. Taku.
Yeah.
That's a really nice cover. Taku. Why is that name
also on Jump?
Yeah. I remember the name, but I don't remember the title.
But it wrapped up in Feb. That's why. It got cancelled.
Oh, was it canned?
Yeah.
That's the artwork was really nice. Yeah.
It's got some like real like early 2000s character design in its fashion.
It does. I looked at that and I'm not even joking. That looks like a cover from Tenju Tenge. So yes, early 2000s.
I could see like Bleach characters wearing that.
Yeah. Yeah, in that same sort of white watercolor style finish. But that typography is really nice. It's balanced really well. Looks good. And the art in it looks good. I guess it just didn't hit with people.
Yeah, so it's second Tonks dropping now by the looks of it. So
yeah,
Himaten's volume 3 cover looks pretty good as well. It's cute, simple.
Yep. Sums up the series.
Same with Witch Watch, but I like the.
I love that cover.
Pop. It's so extra. The more I look at it, the more it like. There's just more things.
There's so much going on. Like, what's with that dude in a little dragon suit? Why have they got pictures of T-shirts?
Or the girl drinking, and there's so much.
There's a lot going on. It looks fantastic.
And then everything's burning in the background.
Man, makes me want to read it.
I need to. Well, it's anime starting up very soon, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's this season.
It's an April release?
Yeah, it's like in a couple of days. It's probably it'll drop this weekend. This weekend's looking pretty good.
What have we got coming out this weekend?
Oh, stop.
Oh yeah, April 6th. That's it for my covers. So something that we did get access to this week was the weekly Shonen Jump volume releases. Now, keep in mind these will be for Japan, and there's like a good 4 to 6 month delay between them being translated into English and released, and then another 2 month wait for us Australians down in the south. Even though we're like physically closer to Japan.
Yeah, I know, but it all gets translated in the States, doesn't it?
So
So,
we've got
they probably hire Australians to translate it, to produce it, and
that'd be funny.
it's the kind of thing. That's the kind of thing that would happen.
So we've got Sakamoto Days Volume 22. Akane Banashi's still slugging away with 17 volumes.
Wow.
Kill Bill, I do it every time. Kill Blue, volume, Hematen volume 4. That's weird. Oh, that must have been, I don't know, whatever. Ichi the Witch volume 3, Shinobi Undercover volume 3, and Sidcraft Love is a Mystery volume 2. Now, the reason I wanted to bring this up is because from this release is going to be where Embers and Star of Beethoven have to prove themselves, because this is them going on sale for the first time with their first hunks. This is make or break for them.
Well, we know Embers will get through. I'd be so surprised if Embers got canned.
Yeah, I would be too, to be honest.
I think Beethoven's a bit too wild for people.
Switching over into Jump Plus. Oh man, this is gonna break me. I know which series this is. I still haven't read a single one of its chapters, and it looks cool, and it's been in my read list for ages. So Ron Kamanohashi, Deranged Detective, Volume 17. Red Cat Ramen, Volume 11. Tomato Poo?
Did you what?
Tomato honestly, poo? Actually, is it just tomato poo? That's what it looks like. I don't know what that one is.
Is there a cover?
Nah, there's no. It's all, honestly, it's all text that's been translated. Oh, it's that one, right? Yeah, it's this one. Hang on, it's the little tomato poo. It's the poodle.
Ah, poodle. So not just a straight up poo.
This one.
Yeah.
The little tomato. Yeah. I think we did this last time we saw that title as well.
Yeah.
Girl Meets Rock number 7. Wild Strawberries up to number 6. The World of SKK Girls number 4. Deep Rapture number 4. Taro Meow becomes the cat parent. Actually, that's the one that's just wrapped up. And Mad and Hero Organization get their 4th and 3rd volumes respectively. So hopefully they're still plugging away, doing enough numbers to not get the Axeman.
Yeah. Holy hell. There's like 55 new animes coming out in April.
Good Lord.
Yeah. I don't know if you want me to go down the list, but it's a long list. I mean, the standouts are Devil May Cry, Windbreaker Season 2.
Real quick, actually. So Devil May Cry has also just released a music video for Evanescence. So they're going hard into the like early 2000s music.
Nice.
I mean, I'm gonna watch it.
I know why. It's because they're
time period.
It's not just that, but we've just had the 90s resurgence, and it's starting to die off. So the next point of call is, of course, 2000s.
That does make sense.
Which is
we are 25 years, like out.
Yeah, that's starting to hit now. So that trend's starting to come back around. We're seeing hipster jeans and all that sort of shenanigans
Wait, does
happening.
skinny jeans and stuff are going to come back in?
Oh, it's probably going to be another 10 years until that sort of really, because that was more like 2010. Yeah,
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
later 20s. Yeah. Um,
Well,
but I can see what they're
yeah.
doing. They're trying to jump the trend and get in there early. But I think it's a little too early. A little too early. But that's fine. They'll be right. I reckon it's going to be great, regardless of what people think. 5-4 season 3. One Piece is back in action. Yaiba Samurai Legend. There's a new Guilty Gear anime coming out too.
They've always had
Lazarus.
killer design. I've
Yeah.
just never been that big into fighting games, mainly because I suck.
Yeah, that's how most people feel.
Aw, man.
Lazarus, which watched To Be Hero X. I'm the evil lord of the Intergalactic Empire.
I was actually trying to find the Crunchyroll release calendar, which is a really cool resource to have, which they don't really show off much on the homepage. Nothing is on there. It's are you ready?
Really? Interesting.
It's got the stuff that came out on Monday and Tuesday, but then today onwards, nothing.
Oof.
So I'm assuming it's because we're going into that next season and they haven't updated it yet. But
yeah, they must have, because there's quite a lot.
Yeah,
Vigilantes. We've got vigilantes.
Well, we've also got, it's a couple of months out yet, but we've got a new key visual for Dr. Stone's. I think 5. We must be getting close to the end.
Must be.
So that's coming out in July.
Nice. I should actually watch the anime because
it's fun.
I don't think I watched it.
Or read it.
I read a lot of it, but I never watched it.
I watched season 1. I think that's about it.
Don't know. How well do they capture the Boichi style?
Pretty well, actually.
Yeah.
A lot of the Sakuga that they show off, at least in season 1, was very well done around the muscle high schooler. I've forgotten his name. It's been too long since I've visited that series.
Yeah.
The
strongest high schooler.
Yeah. That he really showcased Boichi's previous works.
Yeah.
With the attention to muscle definition and everything.
I feel like he was a Boichi character. Like I'd say that he was given full control over what happens there, because strongest. I mean, at the very start, he was at like a TV interview for being the strongest high schooler. Like
it was what? It was stupid dumb.
Yeah. That's very Boichi though. Almost as nonsensical as his current series.
I tell you what, it is growing on me. I'm glad that we've practically all but ditched the school setting.
Yeah, that was real brief. And I have a feeling that there was a bit of backlash to that. People were just like, no, we don't want to see that. So he's just like, okay.
Moving along.
Go this way.
Yeah, I don't know where this series is going. Like the introduction of all the other pieces of the Magnum armor or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Something along those lines. To go along with the gauntlets, which
Yeah.
I still don't understand how he got them.
He summoned them.
Again, how?
Because he killed his dad.
What?
Yeah.
By the power of patricide.
That's how you summon magical arms. Didn't you know that?
No, I didn't.
If you did, you would have acted sooner.
Cool. All right. There is a few new series coming to Jump Plus. Hopefully, because we seem to get most of the new stuff. It's some of the older stuff that they haven't bothered translating, that we're not privy to, and I don't really know what that is anymore.
Yeah.
So this is a first look at Otona Taisen, a new adult becoming drama series by mangaka known as Cappy, who did Eren the Southpaw, and Masaki Suzuki, who did. What is that? Hang on, I have to Google. Is it an Inu Asano book? What? It's called Mangaka Nyomon, but I don't know what it is.
Not sure what that means?
No. But the first thing that comes up is something to do with Ino Asano.
Oh.
Now I'm just kind of confused.
That's all right.
Did I? No, I didn't. Where is it? Click, click, click. So we've got a little bit of a first look. I like the art style.
I like that. I didn't like so much the first one.
Well, would it be better if I gave it to you in color?
That's better. The line work looked really stiff. And now I know why, because it was meant to be for color. Yeah.
So that one is dropping on the 5th. Oh, that's the wrong tab. I've got too many tabs open again, Logan.
That's right. And what was the title of it again?
Oh.
I can't read Japanese. 1 second, I'll just
Otona Taisen, but I don't know what if there's going to be a English title for it.
Yeah, I'll see what I've got.
Well, it's not dropping until the 5th.
Fight to become an adult war.
Then we've got
story by Cappy and illustrations by Masaka.
We've got GGG by Junichi Kabatu.
Kata?
This one looks fun.
Apparently, he's in a retirement home.
Wait, which one? The Tyson one?
No, this one. This one.
Ah, right.
That's what it says at the bottom. It says apparently he's in a retirement home. Sorry, I'm giving it the old Google Translate
lens. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I'm cheating.
You are. What does that one say then? So this is.
It's thinking.
Janelle, no.
Silver and blue. Something.
Suitor. Wow, that one. That's a word that hurts my brain.
This is struggling with these fonts. It is unforgettable. Your scent. Silver and blue fist. I hope that's not meant to have a T on the end of it. Author is Imofu.
The author.
Yeah, the author.
Yeah, Imofu.
Got one thing right.
Who is a new up and coming. I don't believe they've actually got anything previously.
I see the problem is the sentence structure. It is unforgettable. Your scent.
Yeah,
but they've just got the comma in the wrong spot because it just says it is unforgettable. Your scent. Yeah, it's not sitting in the right spot.
So, GGG is apparently a retirement home battle action manga.
I'm down.
Yeah, so am I.
That
That
sounds
sounds
like a lot of
stupid
fun.
fun.
Yeah.
Pardon me.
I hope it's
So
really
that
cool, like
one's
over the top action too. I'd
out on
watch
the
that.
13th. So those are our next 3 for Jump Plus over April. But that one's definitely the one that's got me the most
Yeah.
hype.
Interested. Yeah. Man, you know what? This week we had like no one shots drop.
Really?
I was a little bit disappointed.
Did we not?
Yeah. No.
What about
No.
Headshot?
Wasn't that the previous week? No.
No, it came out 31st. Yeah, you're wrong, Logan.
I am.
Dark Side
Dang.
Hero, My Destiny on the 22nd day. Was Spring Returns from Owlie's room last week? It was, but it was after the podcast. So,
Oh, sorry.
you suck. And Tracing the
Tracing the
Waning.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a sumo guy. Didn't interest me that much.
There it is.
I didn't see them. Oh, Dark Side Hero. Oh man. Oh man.
Yeah.
You should read that. That is so
All right.
good. It is so good. Sorry, I forgot I read that.
It looks pretty cute.
It's so much fun, and it works the whole chosen hero genre so well. It's just read it. It's really good. Everyone, just read it. Do it. I dare you.
Oops. No, I didn't want to create a shortcut. Oh, whatever. Admittedly I haven't read any of these, but because I got distracted with other things. But yeah, we got Headshot, we got Dark Side Hero, we also got the My Destiny on the 22nd day.
222nd day. Sorry.
Wow.
Sorry. You missed that
Nah. Too. Yeah. I've been in denial that I've got just a little bit of dyslexia and dyscalculia. Apparently,
no, that was just you're just a bit tired, man. That's all it is. That's all it is. Why is she crying?
Spring Returns to
bug.
Owlie's room.
Why did I think that was a pig for a second?
I saw a pig first too.
Yeah, it's the pink. It's a pink color.
And I know you just said you're not a sumo dude, but I do actually really like that cover. It's a really nice
looks
cover.
beautiful. It looks beautiful. The art looks beautiful.
It took me a second to realize that they were two sumo people.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Bit of sweet coming. Oh, maybe I'll give it a go. You know, it's because I got nothing else to do, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
But yeah, that's our weekly
definitely
one-shots.
Dark Side Hero. Definitely get onto that. It was really good. Artwork's gorgeous too.
Actually no, you jumped ahead on me.
Sorry.
Glorious bastard.
Wow, you just stopped talking, so I just jumped in. That's what I do. I didn't go down a rabbit hole.
Fair.
I stayed on the surface. Ooh, nice.
This one looks cooler. So this is Hime Shinajata by... That's too many O's, man. Ototo. It's literally Ototo. So these are the Shonen Jump Plus apps for April, but the indie serialization round. So this is coming tomorrow, hopefully, but probably for us Friday.
The princess is dead. Author
It looks fun.
Otuto. Careless
Oto.
Greens, a suspenseful romantic comedy. Why does it say Careless Greens?
You know, man, you careless greens. Don't
It's
forget
not
to eat your
food?
careless
Yeah.
greens. Moving along. It looks like we've got a new rom-com starting up. Ajin no Oh?
Ajin? Yeah, Ajin King? That's a battle series.
Doesn't look like it. I mean, the
The
logo kind of
throne,
does.
the throne of the demi-human king is at stake. Extraordinary ability battle. Ajin King. That's not reading
Okay.
right, right? That's by Yagi Kun.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm down for it if it looks like that.
And the
That'll be
final one
fun.
is
Wataru.
Onishidu. Onishido?
Hello? Oh, it's having so
Ooh.
much trouble picking up. Yeah,
Uh,
Onishido.
oh
Which
yeah,
one?
it'd be Shido, like Bushido. Yeah. So
Uh,
it's
that's
an
Buddhism
Oni
science
fighting
fiction
style.
fantasy. Buddhism,
Eh,
Buddhism science fiction fantasy. This sounds like a you thing.
it does.
Yeah.
I honestly like even just from the art, I'm like, yeah, this looks cool.
Yeah, that's a cool mask. Oh,
So I'm not 100% sure what they mean by the indie serialization. It could be from the Jump rookie winners, um, which kind of segues me into where to go. I'm having the tab issue again. There it is. I'm closing them down as we're going through it. So
yeah. No, I was laughing at the little flame with the T-like shape in the top corner.
does that just say
Apparently that T-shaped thing says stomach.
all right?
According to Google Translate, it means stomach.
Okay.
So cool.
So Jump's Next Gen Battle Manga Award results was a competition that I didn't know that they were doing.
Battle manga results.
There we go.
Like, oh, okay.
I don't know, man. I don't know. This is all I've got to go off of. Take it away, Logan.
What the hell am I looking at?
I know.
Winner, Who's Catharsis by Kiyoshiro Kato. I have not heard of that.
And then we've also got some honorable mentions as well.
Well, is this okay? Is this just all stuff we don't get?
So this will be stuff that'll be in like the full magazine where they like have a whole bunch of competitions and stuff to like source up and comers.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what they're doing with the Jump Plus platform now, but they're still running those competitions. So
Yeah, because it's local. They're doing local competitions.
I think if this is the same block, the judges for this one were Taite Kubo, Bleach, Kohei Hirakoshi, My Hero Academia, Yuki Tabata, Black Clover, and Gegege Akutami, Jujutsu Kaisen. So it kind of feels like they're getting the old guard to source the young blood. But our honorable mentions
well,
were also
who are the next generation talents chosen by? Yeah, all the old guys, which are what they're like in their 30s or something like that, aren't they?
I reckon so, yeah. 30s to 40s,
That
maybe.
Wonder Kamer.
Yeah,
first one.
I think it might be Wunder.
Yeah, it might be. Just missing a little
Wunderkammer.
bit.
Because
Assassin Corner.
they've still got a lot of their German affiliations. So whenever they do,
I
they
think they
like
just
doing
think
the
it sounds cool.
yeah.
Yeah, I think
Uh,
Zombie Revolution down the bottom there too.
yeah. I didn't notice they actually had the other titles there. Cool.
Highly praised by the judges. Solid action and a sad, tear-jerking drama. Battle manga breaking new ground. So I'd say these are one shots. And
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yes, it was. There was more. So yeah, the judges were the ones that I said just before. I didn't realize.
Yeah.
So right there. um, so I guess we'll see if any of these get translated and come over onto Jump Plus.
Surely enough. That'd
be cool.
We'll have to keep an eye out though.
Did we talk about the
Wow.
last High Show awards last week? I don't think we did. No, we didn't.
No, we didn't.
So the 18th Manga Taisho Awards have also wrapped up. Share this page instead.
Yeah, look at this pretty page. Girl Meets Rock.
This is the winner, Girl Meets Rock, by Kuwahari and Tetsuo Ideuchi. Oh no, sorry, that's achieved third place.
Oh, okay.
So this is the current listing for the reason why this was relevant was because it's a Jump Plus comic. This is the current listing of who won and how the points were actually distributed. So it was fairly close between second and third. But yeah, Arise Doko Mademo by Kiko Urino was the standout leader of the 18th Taisho Awards, which is really cool.
Araizu?
I'm trying to...
Araizu. You're looking it up?
Yeah. Google's struggling because it's taken me to the Taisho website and it's all in Japanese.
Come on, man. Oh, it is. It is. I think it's meant to be Alice.
Alice Even in Space was the winner. Oh, Aresu. Yeah.
First
I see it now.
Astronaut Commander.
Oh, I'm just going to do this.
Alice. Got to put that U on the end.
So this was the winning.
Yeah, and that bad boy has not left Japan by the looks of it.
Doesn't look like it. And these are the runners-up. I'll just continue scrolling. Well, I was gonna elongate it, but yeah, it didn't really work. Cool.
Okay. Nothing I'm too.
I think that kind of wraps up my news. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk, Logan.
Yes.
Now we can talk about Snowball Earth.
What?
Snowball Earth. Snowball Earth.
Yeah, that wacky thing.
I have a new obsession. Sorry, Ultimate Exorcist, you have been put on hold.
Not for long.
No, not for long. I'm almost caught up.
Yeah. Doesn't take much. It hasn't been running long.
So is there only 20 chapters? That's what I can.
I think it's monthly release.
There are 8 volumes currently, according to Manga Dex.
Oh, that's because all the chapters are freaking huge, right?
Nah. Cause your boy
Ah, you got some more.
has, I think, the only 4 that are released in Australia at this point, or in English.
Nice.
And even on some sketchy sites, the only translated I can find up to is chapter 20, which is where this one finishes.
Okay.
Um,
Well, there's more to be had. We're just waiting for it to be translated.
Also, I like the spines are really nice too.
Oh, nice. They are
Nice little color code.
Yeah.
They're very simple covers, but I like them.
Now, we had a quick rundown of the first volume of this a couple of weeks back. But give us a refresher. What's the deal?
So it's really fun, and I've especially like getting into volume 3 was really nice. So for those of you that missed it the first time, Snowball Earth is another kaiju series. I didn't know that going into it, but it's definitely with a twist now. Even 2 volumes in, actually, that was when I was like, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, it does get quite twisty, topsy-turvy.
So volume 1 covers the initial world building and concept and everything for the most part. So we focus on our Shinji adjacent mech pilot who comes into his own pretty early on, piloting his father's new weapon to fight against the kaiju, which is a self-destructing robot. I think.
Yeah.
And then and
yeah.
the son was like, nah, I'm kind of not vibing that, and so he jumps inside the robot and pilots it, and turns out he's really good at it. And so then his dad starts exploiting that so he can get more research funds. And was that why you were laughing? Because it is very like
it's
that aspect of it feels parody neon, like
it is very much. And the funny thing, the hilarious thing is it's kind of glossed over really quickly in like a series of comedy panels. Like it's technically kind of, it's really serious stuff, but it's done in such a gag comic kind of way that it doesn't really reflect it all that seriously.
Well, this series is really dark.
Yeah.
But incredibly goofy. I would put its like world setting something in line with something like Fire Punch, but its tone in something in line with like Sakamoto.
It's dark humor. It is quite dark humor. And
like there's a lot of, well, I feel like even the humor overshadows a lot of the darkness that's there. So it feels a lot more lighthearted, but it's pretty brutal in some parts.
Golden Kamuy.
Yeah.
Similar vibe. I know it's completely different story.
Golden Kamuy, but replace the bears with kaiju.
Yeah.
And a lot more of them.
And the MC was a whiny weirdo.
So our MC has mad social anxiety because he never had any of the social education growing up, because he was basically utilized and abused by his dad to get more research funds.
Exploited, not abused, but
financially abused. psychologically abused.
Yeah, manipulated. I don't think his dad actually did anything bad to him. He just didn't do anything good for him.
Which semantics, anyway.
I'm just saying he didn't abuse him. He didn't tell him he's a bad kid. He just never stopped him from exploiting his.
It actually it kind of it mirrors the child star dynamic pretty well, actually.
Very much, very much.
Especially
It
with
definitely
like a
draws
lot
that
of
line.
them kind of going a little bit off the rails due to all the pressure and everything. They kind of reach their breaking point. But anyway, off topic. So he's a hot mess when it comes to talking to anybody. To the point where he like just completely fumbles speaking and says some really goofy dumb shit.
Just randomly yelling words.
It starts off with a big space battle. He's piloting his big mech thing against the kaiju, and then everything goes to shit, and the fleet battleship that they have loses power and gets obliterated, and then
Everyone dies.
Tatsuo has to eject / self-destruct his robot, his only friend, which is an AI. So he has a bit of like that. I was gonna actually compare it to Iron Man, but it's probably not. Like, there's another series that I can't think of that has like a very similar dynamic with like the human and AI being like their only sort of family, but it's escaping me. Anyway, he's led to believe that his best friend's dead, and he gets put in hyper sleep and sent back to Earth. Then, once he wakes up from his 10-year long nap, he finds out that the Earth is now completely frozen, hence the Snowball Earth. And it is kaiju related. Everything's been pretty much wiped out. We don't know how many humans are left, but there are some. Most are just trying their best to survive, which is where you get the girl on the cover from number 2, number 5, and I think that's it actually.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the daughter. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
She's really cute. I like her. She actually kind of reminds me of Violet a little bit because she's like cutesy, but the engineer.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't let her in the show.
Volume 2 comes around and we got kaiju tamers, baby. And they've got cool abilities. So I'm not going to go fully into what that is because we don't really know what it means. But we've got like a firebird, a centaur with a sword arm.
It's not like a Pokemon trainer kind of thing. It's a connection. No, it's a connection from eating the meat.
Yeah. Okay. So this is theory territory now.
Yeah.
So my current theory, right? Because certain humans, when they eat kaiju meat, tend to be able to form a link with kaiju. But it's obviously not the kaiju that they've eaten because most of those ones are dead. Plus, when we see the flashback of I've forgotten her name, Owl. That's it. Owl. It's AO. Although it could be Aoi, which is blue, which is generally shortened. But anyway, she's eaten kaiju meat, and not everybody survives eating kaiju meat. And I noticed once their beanie got knocked off, that their hair was slowly starting to turn white.
Yeah.
But also they made a vow that they wanted to protect everybody, and they're traveling through the snow blizzard, and two giant kaiju come out, and they're kind of having like a bit of a stare down. And I'm wondering if maybe the two kaiju were fighting over who to link to the human, because from what the other kaiju tamers have said is that the human acts as a brain for the kaiju. So
Yeah.
through the link, the kaiju are then able to think. And so there is a bit of a give and take with main girl. She's got to read a book to her kaiju daily, I think it was. Don't know about the other kaiju tamers yet, but some of the other kaiju tamers have had their kaiju taken out, and they've been knocked out cold from losing their kaiju, and like they've been completely destroyed. I wonder if they will be then able to go out and then link to another.
Mm.
And then, if, like you said, in the vein of Pokemon, can you start linking more, or does that then have too great a strain on the brain? But something that we also have seen is that most of the kaiju tamers are eccentric and crazy as shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like all of them.
Touch his eyeball.
Oh man, he's so cool. I love him so much. The Colonel is so unhinged.
Yeah.
And full on stretching his iris
Yeah.
with his fingernail, and it's just no.
Ooh. No, thank you.
Did you say okay, King?
No, I don't want to. I don't like it. I really don't like it. And it's clearly done to make you feel uncomfortable, because that character in particular is designed to make you feel uncomfortable.
Which is funny because he did give me, it was like pretty early on, because he's pretty much the main focal point for like volume 2's opening pages, because he's the one investigating the humanoid kaiju. And I thought there was a cool shot of him really early on. There was this one here, which was the one that kind of led me to believe that he was someone to be scared of.
It might be that dark, ominous background and the.
He's so goddamn goofy that
Yeah.
I can't see him as anything other than my favorite character in this series so far.
But what I mean is, like, he is distinctly been torn from the pages of Golden Kamuy. Like, he would settle so well into that series, because he's so unhinged and weird and interesting.
Okay, so it is pretty early on that you get that. So light spoilers. He is the antagonist so far for the series. But like
Oh, that made me laugh so hard. It made me laugh so hard when I saw that.
Remove. Where's my mouse? Remove. There we go. Like, he's just the best. Every second he is on the page, he is so good. Main character Tetsuo does kind of match his unhingedness, but it's a different flavor.
Different vibe.
He's a narcissistic sociopath, and Tetsuo is a nervous wreck who has agoraphobia, essentially.
Yeah, everybody's like eccentric or has something happening or going on. There's the norm is to be abnormal.
Yeah.
yeah, in this series. Well,
I'm loving
that's
it
true
so
in real
much.
life anyway. Yeah, it's a really interesting series, and it's got a lot of character in it,
It
which
is
that's
a
what makes it so much fun to read.
what is it? It's a Viz signature series, so it's
Yeah,
in the same vein as Zone 100. So anime soon, maybe.
it's not unlikely. I mean, they've got a fair few volumes there to work on, and by the sounds of it, it's not going to be going anywhere anytime soon.
I reckon
Who's it
I'm
releasing
putting
to?
money. Uh, English is Viz,
Yeah, I'm referring
but
to.
I know. Give me a
Jump off it,
second.
aren't ya?
That was me buying time, Logan.
I know. Sorry, I was like, "Come on, man, get with it." I could have just looked it up myself.
You could have,
Yeah,
but you didn't.
while you were talking.
I don't know this one. Gikan Spirits,
Ah,
monthly big comics. Spirits. Um,
okay. Snowball Earth is actually a real thing. Sorry,
yeah.
don't just Google Snowball Earth because it
No, you
doesn't.
have to. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to
So
specify
Snowball Earth is a
manga.
terminology for like an ice age sort of thing.
Yeah,
Like full blown ice age. Like day after tomorrow would be a Snowball Earth.
no, it didn't cover all of Earth. It's just the
Was it?
northern. Yeah, it was just northern hemisphere.
Um, it's been
Go
a
ahead,
while
watch
since I
the
watched
movie
that
again.
movie.
Yeah, it's good fun. Monthly big comic spirits. Oh, I want one of those. It's a sign-in series, of course.
I'm trying to
Yeah,
find a.
it's a monthly release sign-in manga series. Kukan. Shoga Kukan? Official website. Give it to me. Oh, it's all in Japanese. Looks so good.
Is this still Gikan Spirits that you're talking about?
Yeah. Come on. Why can't we have this stuff too? I want everything. This is
Yeah.
so uncool. I hate how picky and choosy everything is. We don't get to see like 80% of what's happening.
Oh, okay. So that's the magazine that keep your hands off Izuki. Uh, Zukin. You know the series I'm talking about?
No.
It
Sorry.
was the one for animators. Essentially, it was this one. Does it ring any bells?
No.
Well,
Sorry. Animated television series adaptation produced. Oh, it's produced by Saru. Now I'm curious.
I don't know a lot of the series that are under their umbrella, but they look cool.
Yeah, like their website looks unreal.
But yeah, I really, really like Snowball Earth. I'm putting my money down for maybe in 12 months we'll hear something.
Yes. Who do you
Just
think?
going off like what
Who do you
Zone
think will pick
100
it up?
is. I tell you who I'd like to see it done by. If Science Saru has anything
Oh, come on,
in,
man! You got to give him a break at some point.
absolutely not.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Saru, of course.
I Bones
Production
could maybe, but
IG, Bones, all the people that we normally would
Bones have
lean on.
their catalog opening up. What with My Hero finishing up,
Hmm.
as possible.
No.
Why? What are they picking up?
Don't they have something else to do?
I mean, they've got vigilantes, but
No, don't they have something else to do?
oh yes, that's right. We didn't get. You should have mentioned this earlier.
No, I was waiting for the segue, and it finally got there.
I forgot all about it. Do you have any? Okay, you it's your news. You tell it. Go on.
Okay, so it's kind of news, but it's not firsthand. It's like third hand. I'm actually having trouble finding the sources and the information. But apparently there has been not leaked, but released a new key visual for Soul Eater. Now, anybody that watched anime back in the 2000s would know Soul Eater. It's been like a solid 20 years now since it was released.
4074. There's no confirmation of the Soul Eater reboot.
So there is literally an enormous crowd of people just waiting for this thing to be reanimated and given the justice that it originally deserved. Such a phenomenal series with a lot of character and a lot of heart and a lot of fun. It was shonen to the core in its series. But with recently they rolled out a brand new key visual, which is really unusual unless they're pointing to something. And I'll tell you what, the fact that it was rolled out on April Fools would make some very, 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 very angry people.
Is this the picture that you saw? Because
no, it was different to that, I think.
That does look really fucking cool.
Yeah. I did see that.
2 years out, maybe. Yeah, 2 years out would.
Apparently, so the news on the network. So if you do a bunch of scrolling, if you go through all the feeds and you find the information, if you want to spend the time to it, but apparently the talk is when they finish up Fire Force season 3, they're looking at starting production.
Oh yeah, Bones do Fire Force as well, don't they?
I
did forget about that.
So I would say for the moment, I would rather see that than Snowball Earth come in from them.
Bones did the original, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. They did. And they did a bang up job. They just, someone screwed up the end.
Well, it's just that it was in that
no
time
material.
of when they were still doing like, oh, we've run out of material, let's just do our own thing instead of waiting because we're making a lot of money.
But are they? I'm still confused how they make money off this stuff. When it's like they're punching the edge of a week-to-week comic, it's irritating. And I don't even know if Soul Eater was a week-to-week or whether it was a monthly. Was it a Shonen Jump? No, I didn't think so. I think that was a Shueisha series, that one.
Well, also, that'd be really cool if they did finish up Fire Force and then return to Soul Eater, because Fire Force kind of acts as a prequel to Soul Eater.
In a sense, yeah. Same guy, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And similar, like really similar vibes. Yeah.
And I can't wait for season 3. I've kind of forgot that we were getting one because it's been so long.
I have completely forgotten the series in general. I need to go back and watch it again. I haven't read any of it before. I should give it a read too. Because no doubt the artwork's absolutely stunning for it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've read the first tunk. That's about it.
Yeah. No, I want to hit up because they've got the hardcover collection now.
Oh, so it was a Square Enix.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Wow. I think Fire Force is as well.
I guess they can release some good stuff.
Oh no, it's Kodansha.
Oh, okay. Where did you get the Square Enix from?
Oh no, solely to Square Enix. Fire Force is Kodansha.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I wonder if they approached him and said, "We need a blue exorcist, please. Can you give us one of those, please?"
He's like,
Because he's just like, "Let me get to work."
Except they're not really.
And I make it a little bit more horny.
Yeah, actually, I forgot how horny Fire Force was.
Yeah.
Especially with that one character.
Yeah. Unnecessarily so as well. Like, it's completely... It has no relevance to... Well, which most horniness does have no relevance to the plot. But it's just so off kilter. The moment's happening in such weird places.
Do you want to use that as a segue into the spoiler section of Chainsaw Man?
Yeah, we better get into that. Spoilers, people. Catch up. God damn it. Do it now.
Oh god, I feel like I got a frog in my throat. All right. Spoilers. So
latest chapter, man.
Did you
had no clue.
She was the
like I had no clue what was going on. This whole thing has just
I was not convinced. I was not convinced that she was the Death Devil. However, I did not see the bait and switch coming.
At which point did we think that she was the Death Devil?
Because the only other two that she could have been was Death or Control. Control being dead, and Death coming because of the double iris. And then last chapter, our fake Sawman basically declared her that she was the Death Devil.
Yeah.
Even though in this chapter today, they reveal that she's actually Fami, the Famine Devil, which means that the Femi that we've all been hanging out with is not who she said she was. In fact, she is the Death Devil. And has been the whole time.
What a panel for the reveal. So good. With her which panel? Standing on top of the building with all the other buildings behind her.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
The chef's choice one.
Yeah. Yep.
When
I wasn't expecting her to turn up either. I was just like, what's happening in this chapter? So much is happening.
So her powers as Fami have always been kind of weird, but I just never really questioned it because devil powers are abstract anyway. I feel like it does kind of fit closer to death, but even still, it's weird.
Was all the eating just a ruse?
Well, she seems to be having a lot of fun here, and I don't think what she said to public safety was anything I don't think it was a lie when her friends came and collected her and ran off with her like they did. I think whatever apocalypse is meant to happen around death is maybe not going to be their own doing. So this section here is kind of put everybody in the fan base either on one side. There's three factions. There's the why does Chainsaw Man have to do this weird fan service? What's wrong with my philosophical manga? Two, the I don't really care camp, and the third one, which is like, guys, have you read anything else by Fujimoto? Dude,
this is pretty normal.
He's a great illustrator and storyteller, but he's a bit of a freak. Fire Punch is really fucking weird in sections.
Yeah, it's special. It's very special.
Now, my initial response to this when I was reading it was, "Come on, man! Did you have to do like the full lift up?" But to be fair, the dress that she's like with what she's wearing, it's not, which is what she's always been wearing. It's
Mm.
not really like she could show that off in any other way that could showcase what she's done to herself and not be overtly sexual in nature, because people are basically going down the whole what do you call it, the uh she's a 9,000-year-old vampire, but she's like a lolly, that route. And
I wouldn't say
even
she's a
from
lolly though.
no, I know, like she's like what they're all like
16,
between
17.
16 to 18, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, and while yeah, I guess she is depicted as a schoolgirl, at the end of the day, she is also the embodiment of death. And even though it was like a full upskirt thing, it wasn't. I don't see that as sexual. Yes, she's in like her underwear, but
She's got
just
a big
because you see
old
some
hole in her
skin,
stomach.
it's closer to body horror than anything else.
Yeah, yeah, it is more body horror, and I think that's what he was trying to lean into. But I don't understand the need for the sequence. It must be coming up later. The
Yeah.
the
Well,
reason for that.
it was apparently in the one of the last volumes, Fami was showing a person their fecal matter, which begs the question: how is this a recent thing that you've just emptied your organs, Fami, or like what's going on here?
This is what I mean. It's so
Yeah.
everything about this chapter is so left of field. It's like,
Oh,
oh, by
dude,
the way, I got to roll out.
everything.
I gotta do this stuff, right? I gotta hit these notes now, so it rolls along at the pace that I need it to. So here is everything all at once. Now I can
Yeah.
get on to the next thing.
Well, it's felt like that the last 5 chapters, right? Pretty much since we had Femi reintroduced as a new character.
Yeah.
Um, but also, I would like to point out that the way that Fujimoto has caked up the falling devil is insane.
Now,
She got a serious dump truck in.
did so have we've fully established that she's the falling devil.
Yes.
When
I
have they
believe
said
it.
that though?
Yeah, literally right here as well. Falling.
Falling. Okay.
Then they appear, and then does the whole.
So she's got gravity powers.
Yeah. I still don't really understand how
The
everything
giraffe
kind
head
of
got
ties.
there.
Well, the giraffe head was cut off by the giraffe.
I'm just saying they're not. It's not like they're at a zoo.
I just assumed they went zipping around. I guess I don't know, man.
So random.
Yeah, yeah, it is. They're also not sautéed. There's no sauce.
Yeah.
It's just a few heads. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
There's
It's
just as
going to make
many. There's just as many questions as there are answers in this chapter.
yeah, and I mean it's definitely going to make a reread very interesting to see
Mm.
how much was foreshadowed and whatnot. But I mean, even just sitting here after reading the chapter, it brings so much into question about Fami and what their plans were to begin with, helping Asa and Denji, trying to assassinate Asa and Denji, breaking Denji out of prison. Like, there's so much to unpack of her actions that just don't line up to anything
It's
really
all
now.
got to be about breaking Denji in some way.
I don't know. It's everything about it. Just I got no idea what's going on anymore.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah. I mean, I thought that 5 chapters ago, and now I'm just like, now I don't know what's going on even more.
Yep.
Um,
Yep. Am I enjoying myself? Yes.
yeah, it's a complete delight, but it doesn't mean I need to know what's actually happening. And that's I think one of the magics of this series is that it has an ability to keep you guessing and thinking and extending and conversing about what's going on. It's the only series that people like verbalize and really sort of delve into to try and speculate what's happening. Which I no doubt believe that Fujimoto is going onto the forums and reading the shit and purposely taking a different route just to screw with people, because that's the kind of guy he is.
Wow, I just saw that Kill Blue and New Age Exorcist are quickly approaching the 100 chapter mark.
Yeah. Well, New is announced for anime now, so yeah, it's no
Has
doubt
it? I missed that.
New A's. We talked about last week.
Did we?
Yeah. You forgot.
I did. That's how
Yeah.
much I care about New Age Exorcist. I joke. I hope it's gonna be
Yeah.
good.
I hope
It just
too.
felt very. I mean, it's been going for quite a while now, so there must be some bones to it. It just felt very generic at the start, so I should give it
Yeah.
another go.
I'm just gonna wait for the anime, to be honest.
Yeah,
I'm more than happy to do that. And if I find the anime interesting and the story interesting enough, I'll pick it up again. But I think I got enough to read as is.
I also did forget to mention that all the kaiju have really weird names, which is where the land of men comes from.
Oh
Because
yeah, because that's what they say.
that's
Yeah,
the Firebird kaiju's name is the
yeah.
land of men. This is really weird. Also,
Which
its
is a
design
line
looks
from a
so
book.
cool.
The line from a
Oh
book.
yeah, it's a line from a book.
Yeah.
And a lot of the other kaiju seem to be references to Greek mythology.
Yeah.
Like there's Hercules, Ares, and a couple others that I can't remember, but those are the two standouts. Um, but I love all of their designs. They range from goofy, doofy looking things to really cool, badass designs. Yeah, like
Yeah.
the eyeballs are just like goofy as shit.
Yeah.
Um, I really
Like
like.
some are
Uh,
wolves and some are pugs.
yeah. And some are both, right? Because like
Yeah.
this is the land of men, which is looks like a cool bird. It's on fire. Um, when it loses the the fire, it looks so goofy. I think
You would too. I bet you'd look a lot cooler if I set you on fire.
it's like when you pluck a bird, right? They don't
Yeah.
look. Yeah,
Right.
it's the same premise. I don't even know where I saw it, but yeah, it's good. I like it.
Like when you see a baby owl. Those things look weird.
I think that just about covers everything.
For now.
Till next
Until
week.
next week. Until next week, where I promise I'll read some more one shots.
I'll actually read
read.
some one shots this week.
Yes, probably a good plan. I would
Maybe
like
the ones from
to
last week.
next week. I would like to talk about Trojan X. If you would like to catch up,
All right, bet.
because
I'll do my best.
yeah, there's some stuff going on there.
I will finish my tank for Snowball Earth, and then bump Ishida all the way up to the top of the list.
Yeah, I need to sign up to his YouTube channel.
He has a YouTube channel.
Yeah,
What?
I sent you a link the other day, man. I know I send you like 1,000 things, but there was one in there that it's a YouTube clip of all the mangakas that have YouTube channels. Ishida's one, and Fujimoto has one as well. Yeah, and apparently he's got one where it's like a secret account. It's not under his name, and he makes up songs about his favorite food and he sings them, which is very
What?
Fujimoto. It's referenced in the movie in Look Back.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So
How did I not know about this?
yeah, so at the end of Look Back, how she hands her the business card at the end when she's getting into the ambulance, the email address on there is the email address that he uses for the YouTube account.
Wow. Okay.
This is the stupid little things he puts into stuff, expecting people to see it, because he knows people deep dive into this crap.
I mean, like, I knew about the meme of the video of him trying to levitate.
Yeah,
But that's
yeah,
pretty much it.
that's old. That's old
Um,
stuff now.
yeah. It's so funny. All right, everybody. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all those fun things about the YouTube algorithms. Pop us on the background, give us that watch time, share us with your friends, and join us next time, Wednesday, 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
That's all the things. Yeah. Catch you, nerd burgers.
Bye bye.
Dun, 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 dun.